Hi everyone, you're welcome to my channel. My name is Kumi. Today I'll be showing you how I cut and sew my cowl neck dresses. Essentially, I'll be focusing on how to turn the neckline. This seems to be a major challenge that a couple of people encounter when making cowl neck dresses. So I made this for my client. As you can see, it's an inner for her and she would like to be wearing blazers on it. Without wasting much of your time, this is the fabric I will be using. It is silk and it is 2 yards. Right here is a piece of fabric that I have left from the skirt that I made for her. You will notice she was wearing a skirt, so I will be using this for my pattern. So 17.5 is a half length, and then the length of the blouse is 24, and I simply added 0.5 inch to it for hemming allowance. I'll come right here and mark a shoulder measurement, and then I'll come down by 1 inch. So from that 1 inch, I would mark the depth of our armhole. I've already told you that to get the depth of armhole, you divide the bust by 6 and add 1.5 inch to it. I'm just confirming what I have up there. I will connect together. You will notice that I simply marked the shoulder measurement. I didn't add 0.5 inch to it, right? It's intentional. So for the width of this neckline, I'll be using 3, and the depth I'll be using 1 inch. I'll just connect together. Mind you, this pattern is for the back, although we will be using it to cut the front piece as well, but every measurement I'm sketching right now is for the back piece. I will connect the shoulder slope to the neckline. I will come up by 0.5 inch sewing allowance. That's going to be for the shoulder. Right here, I will divide a hip by 4 and add 0.5 inch to it. There is no point giving it excess sewing allowance. I'll come here and put a bust measurement divided by 4 and add 0.5 inch to it. So what I have here, I'll take away 1 inch from it and put it at the waist. You don't need to fret. She'll be able to, our waistline will pass our, it will pass our bust line, because the cowl neck is going to leave us with excess material on the front piece. Right here, you can come up by 2, you can come up by 3, whatever your choice is, but just come in by 0.5, come in by whatever allowance you give your blouse and give it a curve. As for me, I came up by 2 inches, and then I came in by 0.5 inch. If your sewing allowance is 1 inch, so come in by 1 inch. Can you see? This is bust divided by 4, and this is a 0.5. So what I have here, I'm just doing a quick recap. Mind you, this place, I simply placed the hip measurement divided by 4 for 0.5 inch. I could have simply um slanted it, ruled it straight, but I just wanted it a little curvy. And then because I know the cow neck effect from the front is going to extend to the waistline, and it's going to leave us with excess material. So by the time she tucks it in, I don't want the material to be too much around that waistline. That's why I decided to make it curvy. So from the shoulder, I will be coming in by 1 inch. Because it's sleeveless, we will not be attaching sleeve to it, so I'll be coming in by 1 inch. At that armhole, you can see that I have indicated the midpoint of the armhole, right? So I forgot to come in right here. So based on our bust size, I came out there by 0.5. So our bust is 43, and then I'll just connect like this. I'm just trying to blend it in. I'm just trying to blend in. Can you see? So we can cut now. Having verified our measurements, we're just going to cut. Bust divided by 4 plus 0.5, whatever we have at the bust region, you can just take away 1 inch and place that on the waistline. And then at the M, I divided the hip by 4 and added 0.5 to it. This is the neckline. It's a width of 3 inches and a depth of 1. Mind you, this is for the back. So this is what we have. Um, you can just extend this line like this, and we would slit open later on. So I have placed it on the main fabric. I'm just going to secure with pin. This fabric is really soft, and I want my measurements to be accurate. So I'm just going to trim exactly what I have on the pattern on my fabric. I've already added my sewing allowance, so I'm just going to trim exactly what I have. Don't forget to take away 1 inch from your shoulder measurement. It's not going to have sleeve, so there's no point for your shoulder to really extend forward. I don't know if you understand. So this is what we have. Can you see? So this, I have folded my fabric once again for the front piece. um from the upper part, I'm coming down by 10 inches. You would also notice that this piece is wider than the back piece. Yeah, so the back is going to be wider than the front. Don't forget to come down from the upper part by 10 inches and connect. Then the fabric is quite shaky. Right here, I'm just going to mark 11 inches. That's how wide I want my cowl neck to be. The wider you go, the deeper the cowl neck becomes. If you go by 12, you go by down by 13, you stand the risk of exposing your cleavage. So for the sake of this tutorial, I'll just be using 11 inches, and then I'm going to place um my neckline is going to, can you see that shoulder slant is placed directly on that. The start of the shoulder slant is placed directly on that our 11 inches marking, and you can see that I slashed my pattern open, leaving behind about quarter of an inch. So I'm just going to extend this way. I slashed open because I wanted to use my old method, and I just changed my mind. I did that. So if you are going to adopt this method, this is me saying that slashing open is actually not necessary. It's optional, not needed actually. So look at the waistline. You can see that we have extra inches there, so that will cater to the curviness that we have for the back piece. And you don't have to worry as to whether your client's head will pass through, considering the fact that we use 3 inches for the width of the neckline. It's a cow neck, so it will be deep in front, thereby enabling your client to be able to wear it comfortably. I'm just going to be careful right here. Please take note of my cutting. So I will stop at this marking. Before I proceed with my cutting, I'll place my straight ruler like this and slant it downward. So this is going to be the facing for the front cowl. Do you understand? With this, we don't have to worry our head. So this is the exact neckline. Can you see? Now shift backward by about quarter of an inch or 0.5, then notch that place. You know you are going to turn, so this is what it looks like all together. You are going to turn the back neckline. By the time you turn it, it's going to shift to the back. That's why I urged that you shift your hand to the back. This is going to be the facing for the back piece. So I'm just going to put it like this. There are different methods I adopt when it comes to facing. I consider this to be the easiest of them also. I will be using it for this tutorial. Just go straight like this and then trim the armhole. I love this method of fitting because um I don't have to worry that the facing will pop out from the neckline. It won't, because it's going to be secured around the armhole region. Likewise, if you're adding sleeve, your sleeve would have held it down. So if you want to be comfortable with your facing, I would recommend that you adopt this method. Open your facing up. I'm going to let me secure with pin first. The sweetest fabric to use to achieve this project is silk. You know, it's technical, but it's worth your patience. I'm going to stitch the neckline. So I have also overlocked my facing, the edge of my facing. I have stitched my neckline. I'm going to notch and then I will top stitch thereafter. I have, can you see? Top stitch like this. Top stitch on the facing. So don't forget to also overlock the edge of your facing and then secure with your pin. So this is what we have. This is the front piece. I hope you remember. The next thing I want to do is to join the shoulders. So I'll be placing the front and the back shoulder together. I'll do the same thing for the other side as well. So I'm going to start from my notching. Can you see? Look at this. And then I'm going to pin it. Can you see it's equal? Can you see? So I have equally overlocked the joining, and this is what we have. We're almost done. You will notice my stitching started from the end of that notching. Can you see? So this is going to be for the armhole region. I don't have a black bias strip, so I'm just going to use the same fabric for it. So before I join the sides of my blouse, I will turn the armhole first. I was going to assume that you know how to do this already, but then I just feel I should show you. So I have stitched right side facing the right side. I'll notch round like this, and then I'm going to fold like this again and stitch all around. So I have stitched, and this is what I have. Can you see? um the next thing is to join the sides. I will stitch with the 0.5 inch seam allowance I gave it earlier, and as you can see I have stitched and equally overlocked. I did the same process for the other side. This is the hem I have also overlocked, and I'm just going to fold it like this and stitch a little all around. I talked extensively about this in my previous tutorial. Do well to check it out. I have given it a good press, and this is the outcome of my client. This is also the person whose measurement was used for this project. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll be glad to hear from you and to also know if you found this tutorial helpful. Don't forget to like, feel free to share with your friends, and subscribe to my channel till I come your way in my next tutorial. Bye.